What's going on, people? And this is my match preview for my lineup I would go with against Burnley, which is tomorrow. Burnley will be a lot tougher than Newcastle were, and we struggled to get anything from that game. I thought we were lucky to get a point even from that, so a lot of tough test even though we're at home. Look, I don't really have a formation because I don't think Ranić really knows what's the best formation yet either. And I don't think any of us know. We can say and guess and think we know, but none of us know what the best formation is for this set of players. I think it's more of a mentality thing and a wanting to fight rather than the formation itself. But this is my lineup regardless. So David De Gea would be my keeper. I would then go with Dalot at right back. I think that obviously he got the Cavani assist, but I think going forward he offers so much more than Aaron Wan-Bissaka does. Defensively, I do think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is better, but I don't think Dalot is terrible in defence, but he definitely offers more going forward. So Dalot at right back, Varane first centre back. I thought he had his worst game against Newcastle, but I think he's got that much quality that he will bounce back from that. So Varane would be one of the centre backs. Now Eric Bailly is going to the African Cup of Nations, and we're still in December at the moment. So people are like, oh, he can't play because he's going to Africa, the Cup of Nations. I would keep him as long as you can at the club until he has to fly out. I know he's got to be there to train and that, so maybe he needs like at least a week before it starts, but I would squeeze him into this game if possible because, look, it's not going to happen, but Maguire for me needs to be dropped, so I would go with Varane and Bailly as my centre-backs. Obviously with Lindelof, I don't really know what's going on with him at the moment, if he's going to be available to pick because of the incident with him and his chest pains, but I think I still would go with Varane and Bailly even ahead of Lindelof possibly if he is even available. And then at left back I'd stick with Telles at the moment. I thought he had an okay game against Newcastle. Defensively not great, but I thought he put good corners in the game. And I wouldn't be mad if Shaw goes back in there, but I don't think he necessarily deserves to be dropped, Telles, so I'd keep him in. And then the two, if you go with a 4-2, like 3-1 that we were doing, if we're going to do that formation, I would go with Donny and Fred. McTominay will most likely play with Fred, but I think Donny needs to go in there with either one of them, but I think Fred is slightly better than McTominay, so I'd go Donny and Fred. And then I'd have Sancho on the right. I think he just needs to run a games, like I said before. I think he looks lively when he does play. Yes, he'll make mistakes, but he seems to still do enough good things in the game to counteract the mistakes he does. So for me, Sancho would be in the lineup, especially ahead of Rashford, even though they play on opposite sides. I would go with Sancho. And then I'd have Lingard in replace for Bruno, because Bruno is now banned anyway. He's got the 5 yellows. I think they'd probably put Donny in there ahead of Lingard and have McTominay and Fred. But I would go with Donny and Lingard, just in different positions, and have Lingard in Bruno's position. I think Lingard deserves a chance, and when he has featured recently, I think he's done okay. I don't understand the hate he's getting. So I think Lingard needs to come in. Then I'd have Greenwood and Ronaldo. You could debate if you're playing Sancho and Greenwood on what side and all that. But I'd have Greenwood and Ronaldo to finish up the team. I really wanted to put Cavani in, because I feel like his effort off the ball, not just getting the goal the other night, but his work rate. Maybe Greenwood and Cavani would work a little bit better at the moment, but it's hard to drop Ronaldo because any moment he could get you a goal, even though he's not been at his best recently. So I'd go with Greenwood and Ronaldo, but I wouldn't be mad if Cavani did start and try Cavani and Ronaldo maybe, but I don't feel Greenwood deserved to be subbed against Newcastle, so I would give him a running of a bit longer than a half a game as well. So that would be my lineup, guys. As I said, Burnley will be a lot tougher than Newcastle. I'm going to have to be on it, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to United, but it's going to be tough against Burnley and Dyche. So that's my thoughts on it, guys. I'm going to go 2-1. Let me know your lineup that you would go with and your thoughts on the game and your prediction, and I'll see you guys soon.